This is Ahmed, and it is October 14, just second day or the day after, about the breakthrough in the Middle East, according to Trump, saving civilization, and the biggest event in the last 5,000 years. It was on State Department's website. President Trump ended 7 wars in just 7 months. The president of peace, they say. And he announced the end of conflict between Cambodia, and they list the wars that Trump ended: Cambodia and Thailand, Pakistan and India, DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda, something like that. Israel and Iran, Egypt and Ethiopia, and the water and Nahda Dam that Ethiopia built, Armenia and Azerbaijan, and now declare victory in ending the war between Hamas and Israel. Call it potentially one of the great days ever in civilization. That's what websites, State Department websites say. Those are really imaginary wars or imaginary peace, because still the tension exists between Israel and Iran, and India denies that Trump had anything to do with their ceasefire with Pakistan. Congo violence is still there, as does fighting in Cambodia. The Ethiopia-Nahda Dam conflict between Egypt and Ethiopia remain unsolved. And I haven't heard of any report of war between Serbia and Kosovo. So there was in the 80s. As for the end of the Israelis-Hamas conflict, it wasn't really a war. It was a genocide, ethnic cleansing been going on for 2 years. And it wasn't between Israel and Hamas. It was a genocide by the new Western colonial Zionist state, that the apartheid state of Israel against Palestinian resistance, occupation. So Trump wanted to rush this war-ending claims before the Norwegian Nobel Committee in Oslo to award the Nobel Peace Prize. But eventually it was a little bit too late, because they awarded to Maria Corina Machado of Venezuela. It's just instead of rewarding this Nobel Peace Prize to the people of Gaza for their brave resistance against ethnic cleansing and savage bombing for 2 years, they gave it to this political clown from Venezuela that is really controlled by Washington. Trump now is going on a victory lap in the Middle East, going to Israel and Knesset and Egypt. And usually this American president, when they are in trouble, they hit to the Middle East talking about peace. So that Carter did it, Nixon did it. Carter did when he have major issues, hostage. Nixon did it with a major issue with Watergate. And we all know Clinton and Monica Lewinsky debacle. So they go to the Middle East talking about peace treaty that gives Israel more land and more extension of occupation, and the Palestinian get lost in the maze of peace negotiation. So Trump might be stopping 7, 8 wars around the world, but he declared war on America and kind of deportation of American nationals and citizens, and sending National Guard and Army to a major city in America, And anti-Trump protest is going all over the world, and there is a major one on October 18. No king, American love to talk about kings and no king in America, but they support kings all over the world. King bin Salman, King Hussein, King this and King that. So they are too good for kings. Why is Trump peace plan not really a peace plan? Because it is a plan for continued war and occupation. What the West doesn't understand, especially Trump, that everybody's talking Hamas terrorists. Hamas did this October 7th. Hamas is not ISIS. Hamas is an organic Palestinian resistance movement supported by most Palestinians. They are the son and daughter of Palestinians who have been killed or displaced by the Israeli apartheid state, mostly in the Nakba. So thousands of Palestinians have been killed in Gaza, with the estimate about range. Well, the estimates range from 60,000 to 100,000 more hidden. That Gaza has been flattened down. I mean, that is just Hiroshima 5 times. So Trump's ceasefire peace plan is a vague and one-sided. It is not a lasting peace, but a plan for ongoing occupation. When a plan includes a board of peace, I don't know what that means, running a company here, with figure like former British Prime Minister Tony Blair, known for his atrocity in Iraq, it raises a serious question. And a journalist was asked how do you think about having Blair in this board of peace in Gaza, running Gaza after Israel's troops and occupation leave. The journalist said, because they hire him because Satan was not available. So, and even the Palestinian Authority, it's just, which is really a pariah in the Palestinian in West Bank. They just agent for the Zionist military. Their Justice Minister Sharim criticized Blair involvement. This plan is a malicious attempt, I'm quoting here, to achieve through political what the war of extermination could not achieve on the ground. This is really what Sami Al-Arian, a prominent Palestinian academic and activist, said. So, after a fair Istanbul, Hamas in Gaza must disarm without any guarantee that Israel will stop fighting in future, like what happened in Lebanon. They've been bombing since ceasefire in Lebanon. They've been bombing Hezbollah almost every day. In the details is not really clear. How the Israeli troops are going to withdraw, and when and how, or what's going to happen after, who's going to disarm the Palestinian resistance, and even the people who participated in those peace deal, like the representative from Qatar, he said, "Well, disarm Hamas, hand the army Hamas to whom? Who's going to take the army and who's going to be responsible?" So it is really, as you can see, just one day after declaring and signing this peace plan in Egypt, which is hosted by El-Sisi, which he is one of the chief architect of the genocide, supporting it for 2 years, and providing Israelis with trade and gas. I mean, buying gas and So now he is the savior of the Palestinians, according to the Sisi's media in Egypt. For first time they have the Palestinian flag there, and the first time you see uh, uh, Khalil Al Hayya, the guy, the chief negotiator of Palestinian there, a moment of peace in Sharm el Sheikh in Egypt. The Arab Zionists who participated in genocide will never be forgotten and forgiven. I expect in the next 3 to 5 years, half of those people in power in the Arab world will be gone, one way or another. So the thing is that really Trump, this peace deal by Trump, really a lifeline, a rope was thrown to drowning Netanyahu. That Trump is asking for amnesty for his war criminal charge by the international community and the International Court of Justice. And Israel becoming a pariah all over the world. The Zionist ideology crumbled before our eyes. As you can see, the media here start questioning why we're supporting a small country like that and have that influence on our politician and our army and our police. Tucker Carlson now leading that camp. The other day he said there is no such thing as choosing people, which are suicidal things to say. Used to be, now no more. He gets more follower and more popular by question the Zionists and AIPAC influence on American politics, culture. So Israel is becoming, as it has been always, we know this all along, it is a made-up state that has no culture, no history other than fabricated one based on a narrative. Most of the Zionist leaders, they were secular, didn't believe in God, but they swear that God promised him the land. And so you can see now God's children are killing thousands of children in Gaza. And the Israeli army is in disarray. Many soldiers killed or wounded, thousands of them. Suicide and post-stress. Extensive mobilization of reservists causing psychological fatigue and report of suicide within the IDF. The long-term sustainability of ground occupation in Palestine and Gaza is in doubt, and that's why this peace plan kind of try to give Netanyahu and his Zionist radical extremist government a breather and to rethink and to kind of regroup. So across the globe, people are rising against Zionist fascism, the new Nazism in the Middle East. Anti-Israeli protests are happening worldwide, and world leaders gather in New York for the 80th United Nations General Assembly session. For the first time, speaker condemned Israel ongoing genocide in Gaza. Many delegates just left. Netanyahu ranting by himself. You have one. Trump went to Knesset and talked to the Israelis lawmaker and tell them he's declaring victory. You have won, and now you can build and you can do something you never even thought possible. But Jean-Paul Sartre said, the victory is told in detail. One can no longer distinguish it from a defeat. Trump claimed that the long and painful nightmare might be over, and a historical day for the Middle East, he said, but this is truly peace and the beginning of another nightmare. It's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen in a few days. But the Palestinian resistance are back and try to, when you can see the hostages, Israelis hostages are just healthy and how did they hide those people all these years? Was whole world, Western world, Israeli army, British intelligence and American technology and bombing and all this killing machine. They could not find anyone. They could not release a single hostage by arm, by military, by they have to be through the negotiation. Israel and Netanyahu have achieved nothing other than destruction of a city of 2 million people, starving 2 million people, and killing more than 100,000. And so I don't know how Israel is going to recover there as a darling of the West, the beacon of democracy in the Middle East, and all this crap we've been fed to Americans in the world for almost 80 years. It is a pariah state, it's an apartheid state, and that's why it's not just about Hamas, it's not that about Gaza. They've been doing all the horrible things in occupied West Bank and arresting more than hundreds of thousands of Palestinians. They've been arrested through their life. And so how do you sustain that? Well, stop renting right there and free Palestine.